Good evening, everyone. My name is Angela Bulmer, and I'm the marketing coordinator here at Justine Blainey Wellness Center. And I wanted to take a moment and to welcome you to our home foam roller class that's being done by Justine Blainey. To let you know that the video is pre-recorded this time, just based on Justine's schedule. She's still at the office and seeing patients until 7. And was hoping that she might be able to join us midway through the video, but if we don't catch her, then that's okay. I wanted to let you know that Dr. Justine and Dr. Blake are really passionate, and they really are looking forward to help staying connected with everyone during this time, and to make sure that that you know that we care very much about you. So tonight, for this foam roller class, we wanted to be able to help you keep your back and your muscles really healthy during this time. And this is really especially great for those of us that are sitting an awful lot right now. And with us being at home, it's probably even a little bit more relevant. I wanted to let you know that you can comment you can comment during this live presentation, this presentation throughout, but your name will appear in the comments, so just keep that in mind, okay? So let's get started.
Send our love, our prayers, wishing you the best over this challenging time. But today is a class on foam rolling, because if we're sitting too much, it actually causes more damage to our lower backs. And many of us, if we're sitting at home, we're sitting on not the proper desk, proper chairs, proper setup that we have at work, or our kids are on those video games, on their phones, on those iPads, which is causing damage to the spine. So our foam rolling class right now is both protecting your back, protecting your posture, preventing back injuries, especially when we can't see you right now. So we're going to go over different types of foam rollers, different types of exercises on your front, on your side, and your back. And then at the end, I have 2 strengthening exercises for your core, for your back, in order to try and hold your posture better. We are open right now, but we're only allowed to see acute care, emergencies, and avoiding serious relapses. So we just want to send the best wishes to help you do your home care, whether it's your rehab exercises, foam rolling, stretching. So to start this, you want to make sure that you're warm. You've got your body warm. I got warm just preparing for this, but whether it's walking on the spot or jumping jacks or running on the spot, making sure your muscles are a little bit warm, whether it's 2 to 5 minutes, just to get ready. My husband, he likes to do these foam rolling while he's watching sports, but unfortunately the sports aren't on, so I just caught him watching reruns, but they were pretty cool as well. So this is a great time if you're doing it while you're watching your favorite movie, you're catching up with the news, hopefully try to watch some positive stuff and positive jokes, or catching those old reruns for your sports. A lot of athletes use foam rollers. So this one is my daughter's that she brought home from school as figure skaters, but a lot of athletes, hockey players, football players, basketball runners, they would use different foam rollers, and the smaller ones are easier to carry around. In my hockey bag, this is what my trainer did. You can use rolls, almost like a ball that you can do to do self-massage, easy to put in your hockey bag, your gear. For tennis players, racquetball players, this is something for all athletes of all levels. Now, my husband, he's a lot bigger than me, so he likes a stiffer foam roller. Personally, I find it kind of sore, so I use a more gentle foam roller. So you gotta find the right one for you. So at the office, we have different types of foam rollers. One is even a 3-in-1 program that makes it very affordable because you get 3 for just the price of 1. But my favorite is this gentle one because it's softer. So that's the one that I'm going to show you right now, again, for that injury prevention. So thanks to Blake again, because he's keeping me right now. This is a little bit awkward, but we really want to send you this great information to help you at home. So we're going to start with the front. And that one that people forget about when they're sitting a lot is the psoas. That's your hip flexor. When we sit a lot, it gets really, really tight, and the psoas muscle attaches to your lower back. And it's important for athletes who want to do quick speed or quick movements, but it's also important for those who are just sitting a lot at home. And this is, of course, best to get moving, but if you are sitting and working from home, you're not getting that commuting time, you want to make sure the hip flexor is loose. One of the best stretches is to do a hip flexor slight lunge. So when you're doing that hip flexor lunge, you tuck your bum under, push the pelvis forward with 2 knees bent. And if you want to make it even more of a stretch, bring your arm up so your shoulders are over your hips to get that hip flexor. So we're going to start with the hip flexor foam rolling. Very, very important to put the foam roll on the ground. I'll go from the side, hopefully that helps. Put it in your midsection, and then you simply roll back and forth. So my husband could do this one by watching TV because it's a really easy one through your hip flexor. You can lean one way or lean the other way, and you just kind of relax into that slight extension. Very good for disc injuries. People who have lower back degenerative disc. This is an easy one to work through your hip flexor, your psoas. As you move down, you want to get your quads. So again, you can just rolling through the quads, your front of your leg. It should be fairly easy, and you just go side to side. You can lean a little bit to the one side and lean to the other side. And you can do it as many reps as you want, whatever is comfortable. 3 or 4 times, 5 or 6 times, whatever is comfortable for you. It is not fast. It is nice and slow through the quad, the front of your leg. Now, I find when I do a lot of sports, I feel my shins, the front of my legs, your tib anterior. So this one is like a 4. You're kind of like on all fours like a dog. It helps with your core, and you can go in the push-up position, and you can go back and forth through your shins, or you can just stay in the one spot and just move a little bit, because that would be a little bit easier through the front of the leg. All right? So we talked about the hip flexors, the quads, in the front of your leg. To do the side position, you want to get under your arm, and that is your lats, all right, your latissimus. And you can come through the side of the upper back, and you can do both sides. This can be done with a ball, a tennis ball, lacrosse ball as well. And if you find it difficult, you can just kind of sit and hold, or you can feel the pressure in that massage, watch your favorite show while you're working on that self-massage, lengthening and helping those muscles loosen up through your upper back. You can come into the side of your leg. This is when you walk a lot because you can't get to the gyms. The TFL or IT band can get sore down your legs and an achy hip. So you sit on it and you literally just rock side to side. You would do both sides. You can do the side of the hip. If you want to make it harder, you can put your legs out straight for a core exercise, and you can roll all the way through the side of the leg, but you can also just keep your legs down and just roll more gently. Either way works, depending on how difficult you want to make it through the side of the hip and side of the leg and the IT band. You would do both sides, guys. Make sure as you're relaxing your show. And then we would go to the back. So this one is one of the easiest ones. You can sit on it and just watching your show ahead, trying to make sure your head is up, you're over your shoulders, so you don't have as much of that text neck position. So rolling through the buttocks as it comes into your hamstrings, which is the back of your leg. If you have back injuries, don't have your legs straight and reaching with a disc injury. Stretching the L5 or the back of your leg would make it worse. So just keeping your knees bent is a little bit easier on your lower back. As you come into the hamstrings, the back of the leg, you can just roll back and you can sit on your buttocks if you want, or you can make it a little harder rolling back and forth, lifting your buttocks off the ground using a little bit of your arms. So that'll get the back of your leg. Again, you can rotate a little bit to one side to get the inside and outside of the leg going back and forth. To get your calves, just roll it down a little bit. And again, back and forth to get your calves. You can turn your feet from right to left to get both sides of your calves. Now, the one I like the most is through the lower back to my mid back. All right, so I'm sitting on it, and you just kind of ride it down, and then you will feel it into your lower back, nice and gentle back and forth, and then into your upper back to stretch. You can stretch like a cross. You can come right down and just stretch and hold, and even just moving 1 inch, stretch and hold, letting your head back. Or if you want to make it harder to do a core, you can come back and forth, keeping your head and upper body up, or even with 1 foot, making it harder to roll back and forth, so you're engaging your stomach. We're getting into the important to stretch through your chest, getting that arch back, because a lot of this computer time pushes our shoulders forward. As we roll, we want to get back of the shoulders. You can still do that. Come up. You can come into that upper back for your neck. All right, trying to maintain that C curve of your neck. Come into the upper traps and shoulders. You can do both sides through those shoulders to help relax those muscles. And sometimes it's just cool to just hang and relax. Even while you're doing the same thing, you can add a buttock stretch so that you can get 2 things done at once to relax your body and open up your chest, really focusing on getting a good breath. All right, so we talked about very important, your hip flexors called your psoas if you're sitting a lot, the quads, the front of the legs, the shins, that's on your stomach. On your side, you can go under your arms, your lats, coming into the glute med, TFL, IT band down the side of your leg, especially if you're doing more walking, which I hope you're doing. And then we talked on your back, doing the buttocks, lower back, down your hamstrings, your calves, upper shoulders, neck, and opening up our chest to get a good breath. Now, I promised you 2 exercises to strengthen your core and help your back be stronger. So the first one I'm going to show you is on your stomach, and we start with a Superman. So you put it in the middle of the spine, all right, in the middle of the spine, and the Superman, and you hold for 5 seconds and relax. Don't turn your head, try and keep your head up, strengthening through your neck as well. Hold for 5 seconds, and then relax. Called a Superman, and you can make it easier by just 1 leg and 1 arm, or just 1 alternating arms, alternating legs, and it would be very good to do like a cross crawl to get neurology on both sides for your back, holding 1 opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, again for 5 to 10 seconds. If you want to make it harder, 2 arms or 2 legs, or even just 1 arm and 2 legs, making it much harder to try on both sides. That will engage your QL, your lower back, upper neck to strengthen your back. That's number 1 bonus. Number 2 bonus, strengthening your core as you put the roll in the middle of your back on your back. I like to rest my head or protect my head, but if you have a smaller one, it works just fine. And the first one is just lifting 1 leg and hold, and opposite leg and hold. You can make it harder, opposite leg. Do a pelvic tilt, just squeeze your stomach into the roll, holding your core, and then opposite side, squeeze and hold. And you're going to get your mid back and engage your upper back. And then, of course, harder is do that pelvic tilt, both feet. You could scissor to make that a little bit harder, or even both arms, and then like a swimmer move with both arms, or big circles with both arms. Even the big circles could be done when you're on your stomach. All right? All of that is to strengthen your core. You can do it anywhere. We're in our living room right now. Again, we just want to send our hugs, our wishes. We miss you so much. You have no idea. We miss our hugs. So we just want to send all our love your way. And we are here for free consultations. If you have questions, concerns, you can FaceTime myself, FaceTime Dr. Blake. We can do a Skype call, whatever works for you if you have questions. We are only allowed to be open for acute care, emergencies, and for serious prevention of lots of chronic conditions that we don't want to have damage. So we're here for you. We love you. We wish you the best. Take care, and we hope to see you soon.
Hi, everyone. We wanted to thank Dr. Justine tonight for walking us through the exercises to keeping us healthy and her really poignant words to us. You can rewatch this foam roller class using Facebook or YouTube and use it as part of your exercise program. We're also, if you're watching on Facebook, you can like us, and that way you can see some of the upcoming webinars and different classes that we're going to be putting online so we can stay connected. And if you're connecting with us through YouTube, you can subscribe with right where you are, and that will keep you connected as well. So I wanted to just ensure that you're aware that we have a talk coming up tomorrow on stress. That's going to be live with Dr. Justine, and she's going to be doing it just very similar like we would be in the clinic. And we want to make sure that this is open to you and your friends. This is such an important topic during this time at home. And we wanted to make sure that you have some tools and techniques to use and to be able to really identify stress itself. So we thank you so much for sharing your evening with us this time, and that we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you and have an amazing evening.